Hi there YouTube, Extreme Trains here. In this video I'll be continuing our look at the relaunched All Engines Go My First Thomas range, looking at the third item in Wave 1, and it here is Nia. She has been really interesting to observe because when she was launched in as part of Big World Big Adventures, she tended to be a bit of a peg sitter, but it seems like as much as anything in AEG has worked, she has become so important that kids actually seem to want her, because I actually think that she has been quite difficult to find often and sells out quite quickly, and it's been characters like Sandy and Young Bao and Kenji who have been the peg sitters in this line. So with that in mind, let's take a look at Nia and see what it's like. What are we waiting for? Let's do it. Now we're looking at a very quick view of the packaging, same as all the other packaging. Again, you can really see Nia and then look at her, hello! And again, it's great to see, as I've said in the previous videos from this range, that we finally have some kids playing with the engines, although it is annoying that they don't show the other products. Like, where is the cross-sell? Come on, guys, like, what are you doing? Do you want people to buy your products? But anyway, yes, there you go. So you can see that's what we've got here. The cargo for this one is really weird. We're going to talk about this once we get it open. What are we waiting for? I'll just crack this open and come back to you shortly. Alright, we've got Nia and her curious cargo in a moment. So you can see, we'll do a quick 360 coming around. Okay, Nia, I don't know whether this is just my copy. I don't think it was, because I looked at a couple. Is it just me or her eyes a little bit too low? I don't mind the fact that it's on a bit of a slant. That's very All Engines Go, but something about the face isn't quite right, and I feel like it's just a little bit too low. I feel like, you know, Percy has this same thing with it's like on a slant, but his eyes are just that little bit higher up, and I think Nia's need to be maybe a millimeter or two higher. I will have a look at some other ones in store when I go back, if I see them in store, knowing how quickly these seem to sell out. Or Thomas merchandise in general seems to sell out. But yeah, let me know if you have seen these, whether this is a normal amount of distance from the top, because that looks, something about that is a little bit weird to me. But otherwise, generally speaking, I like the face. Again, we're going with the very exaggerated funnel. We do get the little pump here on the side, which is, I'm really surprised they kept that from CGI, to be honest. Come around to the side, we get the important detailing, which is good. We've got the number here. Otherwise, the details are all the same as Thomas and Percy. It's the same chassis with that little rise in the middle, and we've got those same wheels. Nothing around the back. Same coal bunker. It may actually be, I'm just trying to see. I think they may use, yes, it looks like they actually use the same black plastic part, perhaps, for all of the engines. Yeah, I think that's what they're doing. And then it's just, so then, the faces are different parts? No, I don't think they are either. I think the way they've done this, by looking at it, I think what they do, oh no, Nia is definitely different. Thomas and Percy, I think, use the same face section, like the black part, and they also use the same cab section, like the black roofs. And it looks like, I think Nia has a different one because it's extended. You can see where the extra mold line is. Perhaps they add that onto the mold afterwards, not sure. But you can see that I think this is the same part by the looks of things, which is clever manufacturing to be able to reuse those sections. Also creates some good continuity there as well. But otherwise, that is Nia. So not as much of a home run, mainly because of the face as compared to Percy and Thomas, but still a nifty little item. We get the same car that we've seen from Percy and Thomas, but this time it's in like this lavender kind of color. Orange wheels, which again have that wobble function. What's weird about Nia is the cargo. So again, if this is related to an episode, please do let me know. We get a hay bale, which is not the most unusual thing. We have a snake. A rattlesnake, in fact, which I just don't know if this is cargo that you would want to give small children. Something about it feels really weird about having a snake as cargo. I thought this was a pile of rope, and I was like, that makes sense, you know, pile of rope. But no, it's a snake, which in and of itself just feels a little bit weird, but also feels weird for Thomas. Also feels weird as like a stack item. You can see it doesn't stack super well on top because of this little head part here. So it sits even more unevenly than all the others. Yeah, something about this is weird. I mean, maybe this makes some sense. Snake on a barrel? I don't know, but Yeah, this is really weird. Let me know if I'm overthinking this in the comments below, please. But this piece of rolling stock is definitely the weirdest out of all the ones that I've seen so far in this My First Thomas series. Like, this is for kids 1.5. Why do we want to give them snakes? Anyway, so that looks like that. When we couple it up to Nia, again, we have the same, yes, the wobbly function, which we should all be very much across by now. That is that. So Nia, I think, is probably my least favorite of the 3 we've looked at so far. I think this is really, really weird. I don't like it. As I've already talked about, I have no interest really in the carriages. I'm here for the engines. But yeah, something about Nia just isn't quite right. And so she loses some points there for the face not being quite, looking a little bit weird to me. It could be a me thing. Please let me know in the comments, but it just feels like something's not quite right about her face and also her cargo. So Nia seems like a little bit half-baked, probably needed another 5 minutes in the oven before they release this one. But otherwise, again, you know, if you're into Nia, if you're into collecting these, certainly not a bad deal, but I would definitely be wanting her on special and not paying full price. But as always, that's a good time for the 6 Extreme Trains.